This next inductee, in just 3 seasons in the blue and gold, put his mark on the program with multiple national championships. He was a 2-time National Diver of the Year, and he is an award winner for the best jacket liner in this room right now. Logan Pearsall in his sport coat. That is slick. I wish I could pull a suit off like that, I'll be honest with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everybody has their story of how they got to Clarion, as we found out. You had a very circuitous route to Clarion. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. So I started out of high school, went to Salem State, got sold. You know, my dad and I went on a recruiting trip there. They were like, he can be a national champion. Went there, our program got cut, and I was going to transfer. And so I hit up Coach Hrovat, and I was like, hey, I'm interested in transferring. He's like, awesome, you know. Then we had our first meet. I didn't transfer second semester, but I, told him that I was going to. Then I went on a recruiting trip to University of Rhode Island. Got a pretty good scholarship offer, and I was like, actually, I'm going to go to URI. And then I went first semester. I was miserable. I disliked my coach. I was hitting the board. I was, so once again, hey, Coach Hrovat, I'm interested. I'm coming this semester. Then he's like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to stick it out. Then my grandma got sick, and I reached out again, and I was like, hey, I'm going to come to Clarion for real in the fall. And well, I'm going to guess by no response, he did not believe me. So I came during spring break. I showed up to his door, and I was like, hey, I'm Logan Pearsall. And he's like, no, not the Logan I know. The Logan I know was like 120 pounds. And I was like, no, I've gained about 40. But, and I talked to him in great length during that time. And he said, let me think about it. And I think I got halfway home, and I had a phone call from him. He said, if you really want to come to Clarion and dive for me, you need to prove it. Come work camps this summer and train with me, and we'll go from there. And here I am.
You two had some challenges early on, am I right?
Yeah, I came to camp, and when I was, I don't know, maybe 15, and I'd done some dangerous things, and he yelled at me in a very Dave Hrovat fashion. So, I mean, we all know what that's like, it's my teammates. So I was not coming to Clarion when I left high school.
What influence has he had on you since then? I'm sorry, we're not supposed to make this all about him. It's just, I feel like this is such an interesting story, the way that you two have sort of grown in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a positive influence, with diving and just the constant push every day at Clarion. And, he instills that, we're confident with what we're doing, and we knew we were the best team in the country. And that carried over to academics for everybody but me. But, so, and just in my professional life, I give him a call and, hey, what do you think about this? And he always, yeah, that's a great idea, or probably not the best of your ideas.
Diving is such a sport of confidence, am I right? And that carries over every time you practice and every time you compete. When you were out there on the boards with the nature of the Clarion program, did you guys feel like we're going to come in here, we should win this because we've put the work in to do it?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely knew we just do what we do every day, and we're set up for success. You got to believe in the process, and whether or not you win or lose, if you have the best meet, then that's all you can ask for.
Now that you're on the other side of things, you're not diving anymore, you're coaching diving, and you've been very successful in doing so. What are the things that you didn't appreciate necessarily as a diver that now you look at as a coach and say, oh, gee, I should have been focusing on that?
A lot of it's mental, and, you get up there and you just get scared to try different things. And, now that I'm a coach, the things that I say to my kids, I'm like, oh, that's weird. I feel like I heard that as an athlete. And so if I would have just listened to those things that I heard from Coach, I definitely feel like I would have been even better.
One of the things that I always really enjoy about this Hall of Fame event is, first off, it seems like we're always inducting swimmers and divers. And when we do, there's always a huge response from the teams of the past and the current teams. They always come out and show great support. Talk about that sense of community and family that is built in that program.
Yeah, I mean, over here we've got a ton of teammates, alumni, alumni that weren't even teammates, but just going through nationals and being a coach there, you always cheer on for Clarion. And that was something when we were here, was we would meet alumni and they would instantly become family. You're not just a swimming and diving team, you're a family. And that's something that when you first step on campus, it's instilled. And it's a family that you just can't break. So,
Logan, you got some folks that you want to thank here this evening. Is there anybody you'd like to point out?
I want to thank my parents for being here, all my friends and family, especially my husband. We left Colorado yesterday at like 2 p.m. and we pulled into Clarion at 6:30. He almost chartered a private plane for us to make sure we were here. So, but I did want to thank somebody in particular. So I wrote this down.
I see you also have note cards. Very nice.
Yeah, I got my own. All right, let's see. Coach, you were like a dad, a role model, and mentor, but most importantly, a friend. You have helped me achieve way more than a boy from small-town Port Allegheny could ever dream of. To be 100% honest, without you, I would have probably ended up quitting diving and school, and I would not have gotten my chance to be a part of your team and the Clarion family. You've given me lifetime friends that have now become a family. You were born to be a coach and inspire young athletes, and I'm just so very happy that you were mine.